What's good, YouTube? It's Karuko here, and I'm back with another shoe review, but this time it's of the Tatum 2s by Jordan Brand. Let's get into it. So these are the Tatum 2s by Jordan Brand. I really love the colorway. The aesthetics of it are really nice, so it really intrigued me to go out and get the shoe. I watched a few videos, which is something I always do, just like you guys, to come and see a review of a shoe to see if you want to buy it or not, to see if it would work well with your feet, or if it's something you'd be interested in. So I'm gonna give you my review on it, give you some insight to see if it's something you would like to get, and hopefully by the end of the video you can come down to a decision to see if you want to get these shoes or not. So I'm gonna start off with a few facts before I get into the traction. This is said to be Jordan's lightest shoe in the Jordan Brand line, and I can see why. Putting them on and playing in them, they're super light, and I felt like I could play in them for a long time without feeling like they were weighing me down like a heavier shoe, like maybe James Harden's shoe, or I hear Anthony Edwards' shoe are pretty heavy, so they kind of get tedious to play in after a long time of playing, after playing in such a heavy shoe. But these are super light, super lightweight. They come in at 12.15 ounces, which is 0.75 pounds, which is very light compared to a lot of shoes that are coming out nowadays. And the way they did that, they limited the use of heavy rubber. There's a full-length Nike Air strobo unit that they used in the shoe, and a supportive frame with a sturdy foam that contains your feet in the shoe comfortably. They made this shoe to give proper support with your movement. A Phylon frame is combined with a flexible plastic insert at the heel to help with your lateral movement. For positive pressure, foam and textile pods are placed strategically at the key pressure points of your foot to help with the downforce when you're driving to the basket. So without further ado, after all the facts, let's get into how the shoe actually performs. So I'm gonna start with traction, because traction is something I think is the most important thing when getting a shoe. If you don't have traction, or good traction, when playing a shoe, the rest of the shoe doesn't really do you any justice to play at your full capability. So my overall rating to start would be an 8.5 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 with this shoe. I would drop it to 8.5 just because of probably dust, or also the grooves. You can tell and see that the grooves are pretty low on this shoe. Try and get a little bit closer. You can see I've been using the shoe because they're picking up dust and stuff, but you can tell that the grooves are pretty low. You can see and tell they're low. Maybe not on this shoe, but on this pair specifically, you can tell the ball or toe of my foot has been weighing down on the shoe a lot. So you can see that the Jordan Brand sign or logo is kind of like getting flattened out by the pressure I'm putting down on the shoe. So you can tell it's already wearing down a bit, but that's just because that's a foam part of the shoe, and it's not like one of the rubber parts. So with traction, this shoe really grips a lot. Right out of the box, I didn't feel like I needed to warm up with the shoe or warm up the rubber or anything to be able to get a good bite. The grooves are low, so I would say this is not a shoe for someone who's going to be playing outdoors. If you're going to be playing outdoors, you're probably going to wear down this shoe very quickly, and they're not going to be of much use to you. So they added rubber outsoles and the rubber foam contacts to improve the traction and grip, to also improve the responsiveness of the shoe, and to make it an energy efficient shoe when playing in it for however long you're playing in it. So that concludes my traction part. It's a really good shoe when it comes to traction. I really have no complaints other than like when it's picking up dust, you might have to wipe a few times. I tried to wipe as least possible just to see how much the shoe can really give me, and I wasn't really wiping as much, and I was still getting a good bite. And I play on pretty dusty course, so that alone should tell you that these shoes really do have a good bite, especially if you're just playing on a court, a basketball court, indoors. Like I wouldn't really suggest to play on these outdoors because you're gonna wear it down very quickly. But indoors, if they pick up dust, it only really takes a few couple wipes, and you're gonna get really good possessions. I would say it gives you a good 3 possessions before you have to really wipe again. But even then, it's not really a second thought to really just, okay, I have to wipe just to get a good bite. When you're playing in these, I think you really get a good enough bite where you don't have to constantly remind yourself that you have to bite. And usually when you're a hooper, you're already naturally wiping your shoe whenever you get the chance, just to give yourself a good bite. So naturally you're gonna wipe just because hoopers wipe. But other than that, this shoe is really great on traction. I'm gonna give it a good 8.5 or 9 out of 10. It's good S tier or A tier for me. Next, we're gonna be moving on with comfortability. Like I said in the beginning with the facts, the full-length Nike Air strobo unit that they use in the shoe with all the foam really contains your foot and keeps you comfortable. Stepping comfort's really nice. When I'm playing in the shoe, it's not something I'm thinking about switching out of. Like sometimes when I'm playing in other pairs, I would bring backup pairs to play in other shoes just in case a certain shoe starts hurting my feet. Like when I play in the Jaws, I know that I have to bring a second backup pair that is more comfortable because I know I'm not going to play multiple games in those because they're going to start hurting my feet, and I don't want to keep playing in a shoe that's going to always be hurting my feet. With these, I don't feel like I need to switch out of. I can play in them for the whole run session for multiple hours at a time, and I really don't have any issues because they're really comfortable. The stepping comfort's nice. When I'm walking around, they're not hurting my feet, which is going to bring me to sizing. I think sizing is really an important thing when you're getting into a shoe. So for size, I went size 11. The way my feet works, it's like I'm right between 10.5 and 11. When I'm picking a certain shoe, if I go 10.5, sometimes they might be a little bit too snug, and I like a shoe that's really like snug and they conform around my foot. But I went 11, and there is a little bit of space, but it's not enough space for me to be like I'm sliding around the shoe like crazy. So technically I went up half a size. I would say go true to size because you'll have a better fit, and I think you would still even have a little bit of space even when you go true to size. You can definitely go true to size. I basically went up half a size, and even then the shoe still fits me pretty good, and I'm getting the most out of the shoe that I can get. So with ankle support, I'm gonna be showing a few clips of me playing in the shoe. Most of the clips I'm showing is basically me shooting. I'm playing on a sprained ankle, not from spraining my ankles in these shoes. I sprained my ankles in the Currys, and like 3 weeks ago, and I've been playing in these after spraining I had to take like a 2 weeks break, and my ankle's still not fully healed yet, but I still wanted to be able to record in these shoes and try and get a review out for you guys to see if you guys would like the shoe, because they are fairly new and people are shopping for shoes right now or might want something new, and I just decided to get this review out. In the clips I'm shooting, and I'm not really getting a lot of landing space when I'm coming down from my shots, and I'm gonna show you guys the clips. As you guys have seen this clip, tween, pull. I'm pulling it from deep. Come on, man. You can't guard me, man. You gotta get in my face. Even if you get in my face, boom! Give me three. Boo! Come on, stop. Like the ankle support is decent, but it's not super high up. Like I like the ankle support in the 2A2s because they actually come up to your ankle and support your ankle. But in these, they come up right below your ankle. It's not like super low like the Currys, so they're kind of like mids. So they're still decent enough to play in and not give you worry to when you're going to be spraining your ankle, whether you're spraining your ankle or anything. So for ankle support, I would definitely give it a good 8 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. Depends how you play the game. If you're making quick cuts and certain movements, the way I like to play in shoes, I like to play like the person whose shoe it is. So these are Jason Tatum's. You'll see the shots I'm taking. Jason Tatum is always around the perimeter most of the time, and he's usually the ball handler, and he'll take a side step shot or a step back shot, or he's taking a shot. He likes to play in the mid range, and you see when Jason Tatum drives. A lot of time when he's driving, he's making his layup. Taking a layup in these is like when you're betting on Jason Tatum to get 2 more points, and then you see him taking layups and he's just missing them. I'm gonna show you a clip. Now look, I know what you guys are thinking, man. I should have made that lay, but honestly, bro, I felt like Jason Tatum. It's kind of funny because I'm still playing on this sprained ankle, so I really can't go up like that. But I feel like when I'm playing in shoes, I like to play exactly like the person who this shoe was made for, and these shoes were made for Jason Tatum. So they're basically catered to his play style, which I definitely can see why they're catered to his play style, because they really they do everything right for the way he plays. So ankle support, I'll give it a good 7 to 8 out of 10. The things I like about the shoe, they're really comfortable. They're really lightweight. They reduce the amount of rubber they used, and they utilize a single layer mesh upper to make it even lighter. After watching reviews from other people, one of the people I watch reviews from is Foot Dr. Zach. If you don't watch Foot Dr. Zach, I definitely recommend watching his shoe reviews just because he's a foot doctor. Honestly, I don't know if he's a true foot doctor, but I watch his reviews because he really does deep, in-depth reviews with his breathability test, bounce test, traction test, his Dremel sandpaper test, which are really good to see the durability of a shoe. But I also saw that he didn't like, there's a few things he didn't like in the shoe. So like I said, when I was watching Foot Dr. Zach, I can tell there's certain things he doesn't like about the shoe, but the shoe really depends on the person who's wearing them. So if you're really like nimble on your feet and you like a lighter shoe and you're like a guard type of player, these shoes are definitely for you. I don't know if I would say these shoes are for big men. If you're a big man, I would definitely suggest shoes like Harden's or other shoes that are just for bigger players who are heavier on their feet. Things I would do differently with this shoe, I would probably raise it up just a little bit higher to make them high tops, like maybe the same height as the 282s, just for better ankle support. If it had higher ankle support, I definitely think these shoes would be one of the greatest shoes to ever come out the last few years. But they're still probably the best shoe to come out in 2024, in my opinion, even compared to the Anthony Edwards and the Harden Volume 8s. So now for the price of the shoe. This shoe retails at $160 Canadian, and I think they retail at $125 American on Nike. After taxes and paying for it online, I think the price came out to $203 or 200 and some change. But if you're buying them in the store, it'd probably be just $160 plus just the tax of the shoe in store. They're still a pretty expensive shoe, but nothing compared to like the Hardens that come out to like $210 retail, and you'd be paying $240 instead of paying just $200 or $160, which you would be paying for these. So on the market, compared to a lot of the more expensive shoes, these are definitely a good shoe to go for. You get the most out of the shoe because of the traction and comfortability. They're super light compared to a lot of the shoes. They conform and contain your foot really well. The breathability in these are really nice. Your feet don't get super hot when you're playing in these, and you can play in them for a long time. So overall, I think these shoes are really worth it. I'll leave a link down below if you guys want to go and get this same pair. These are the Vortex colorway. They have a lot of different colorways that are coming out if you want to look out for those. But other than that, I would say these shoes are really worth it to go for. I'm gonna add a few more clips of me playing in the shoe. Let me know down below in the comments what other shoes you guys would like to see me purchase and review. Let me know your thoughts and opinions and things I can improve on when reviewing shoes. But other than that, I'm gonna let the rest of the clips play. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Much love. As you guys can see, I'm pulling it from deep. Come on, stop playing with me, man. Easy bucket. Something light. Ankle still hurts, so I can't really do too much. Behind the back. Oh my gosh, and one. Where's the foul, ref? What is that? Let me show you a little light squeeze. Come on, you see it. I got this move out of Friga's bag, Devontae Friga, next chapter. That shit work. I'm about to use that in game next time. Oh, sidestep, Jason Tatum 3. Come on.